What is up, kind ones? It is Horse, the king of the nutshot, and this is my daily vlog documenting my recovery of a CSF leak. I'm obviously coming at you live because if this wasn't live, I would have edited that out. But I suck at speaking. But the beauty about me going live is I don't have to edit. I can just put this all out there in the present. Nothing to hide, and talk to you guys directly. And what I'm going to talk to you tonight is a lot of you may not know or have never seen, talked about it a little bit, that I actually shot a full TV series with MTV called MTV Numb Nuts. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to actually play you the trailer or the teaser of that TV show, and then I'm going to show you or tell you how you can go watch all 12 episodes right now. Potentially, kinda, for free. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I'm going to play the trailer real quick.
The stunts and activities you're about to see were designed by trained professionals and perform under professional conditions. Under no circumstances should you try them at home. Doing so could result in serious injury or death. Other side effects include nausea, broken limbs, anal leakage, and decapitation. They started as internet sensations. Crazy Mike is mad fearless. Horse gets his rocks off. Victor is beyond a badass. Together, they're taking on the bravest amateurs on the internet in the biggest stunt competition ever created.
I guarantee this is nothing you've ever seen before. We've gone out and found some of the most notorious amateur stunt videos out there. We brought the stars of those web gems here to take on bigger, badder versions of their own homemade stunts. But this time, they're gonna be taking on our resident Numb Nuts to try to win a little cash.
That guy is not taking home my money.
I'm gonna go off this ramp and throw your bike 200 feet into that dump truck.
This is definitely a bigger fall.
It's unicycle rodeo. You're gonna have to go across the slack line from that side to that side.
Where's the net?
There's no net, but there is a cannon.
Who came up with it?
MTV presents a new series that hits below the belt
Don't try this at home, unless you're an idiot.
while soaring to new heights.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
With all this mud, you won't even be able to tell that he just his pants.
That hurt my ass crack.
From the creators of Punk'd comes the most knockdown, drag out, competition on television.
It's not like it is at home.
Numb Nuts.
I think you got it, man.
Awesome. So, originally shot that TV show with MTV to premiere on MTV, which didn't really totally work out that way, which I'll get into in a second. But we did shoot a whole 12 episode season. I didn't realize it was still up on MTV.com until last night. So it used to be where you could go on MTV and watch it, and then they did like a website redesign, and I checked it one time, and all the episodes were just not available anymore, like it never even existed. I randomly checked last night, and every single episode is still available. It came back. So I'm going to go over to my display over here. So right here, if you go to mtv.com/shows/numbnuts, it'll take you to the Numb Nuts page. You can hit latest full episodes, or you can peruse all episodes. You can go the whole way through season 1 through 12. Watch every episode. The only thing you need is an actual, let me click. You can watch that trailer on there too. You can watch the trailer, and there's a couple clips on there that you can watch. So the only thing that you actually need, let me pull it back to me, is you need a service provider. So if you have like Comcast or Verizon or an AT&T or whatever you get your cable provider for, like there's like hundreds of different options. You log in through MTV's website to your cable provider, and then you can watch all those episodes. So it's not technically free. You have to have you can't not have cable TV, I guess, and still watch them. You have to be signed up for something. But if you have cable and you want to go on tonight and watch 12 episodes of the first TV show that I was ever a part of, you can do that right now. So I shot that video. I'm gonna go into a little detail about that video, and then I'll answer some of your questions live and kind of go over my medical update before I head out tonight. But I shot that TV show. I actually got casted for that TV show off of MySpace. So at the time, MySpace was out. This was almost 10 years ago. I was 20, 21 at the time, maybe 22. Forget completely offhand. Oh man, yeah, I think I was 21, 22. I got hit up on MySpace. At the time, I worked at the airport, so I flew standby out to Los Angeles for free. Did an audition for this show with Crazy Mike and his brother. Me and Crazy Mike, his brother Flying Ryan, me and Crazy Mike ended up getting the part, and we kind of months later went out and shot a pilot for the TV show. So we went out and shot the pilot, and we had an extra cast member. I actually forget his name at the time, but it was basically me, Crazy Mike, and an Asian kind of kung fu type guy. And we shot this pilot, and it ended up getting picked up by MTV. But there was something with the green card that this guy had, and he wasn't able to continue doing the show, so they hired somebody new, which happened to be Victor Showtime Lopez, which many of you might know from Tempest Freerunning. He's one of the owners and main guys over at Tempest Freerunning. So we did this show. The host of the show is Jeff Dye, awesome dude. I think his latest, biggest TV show is Better Late Than Never on NBC. He's a super funny, super awesome, super down to earth, and so it's basically four of us on a TV show. It was the guys that actually did Fear Factor came over at MTV to do this show. I still talk to them from time to time. Built great relationships with everybody throughout this whole process. And we shot this TV show. We shot 12 episodes. Right as, it's kind of just bad luck, right as the show, we wrapped and we came back and we're waiting for the show to air, it just all of a sudden didn't air. And then MTV changed management. And then it just didn't air even longer. And then all of a sudden it was like a year or two later, and there was just no air date in sight. It just sat on the shelf, really kind of for no reason. And it was really crazy because I went out and shot this TV show, and I literally had pretty much nothing to show for it. It was almost like it didn't even happen. Then a couple years down the line, I did America's Got Talent. It went really well, and MTV hit me back up and said, hey, we're going to finally air your show on MTV2. So they put out this show on MTV2, but they did it on Friday night after a live Bellator UFC type fighting event. And it kind of really sucked because it was live, so if the fights went over, it would cut into the episodes. So the episodes would actually, you'd miss the beginning of the episode, depending on what the live feed was from the fight. So it ended up going like 3 or 4 weekends on this Friday night spot, and then they moved it to a Saturday morning spot, where you, like right after, I can't even remember what it was, but basically they would have an hour block of certain types of music in the morning, and it aired after that. And so because of that, it had just had the crappiest time slots ever. And I don't even think some of my best friends saw all the episodes. I have them. I DVR'd them, but even then I had to DVR like the repeats because the live Bellator stuff would cut into your DVR, and I'd miss some of it even in the recording. So I think I have everything. I just obviously I can't. I'm not like legally allowed to share it or sell it or do any of that stuff. It's all owned by MTV. So, but at the end of the day, it's something I'm really proud of. Now I'm kind of embarrassed by it in its own right. I was chubby. I actually broke my foot in the auditions for the show. Acted like I didn't break my foot. And then like a month later, I had to go to New York City and do a physical where they had to put me on a treadmill, hook me. Now I could barely even fit my foot in my shoe. They had to hook all this stuff up to my heart. They put me on a treadmill. They had me go up to like max speed, and then they would get me off the treadmill really quick and like test my heart. Now my heart has like a irregular heartbeat, so the test kept failing. So with this broken foot, I kept jumping on the treadmill. I could barely even walk. I couldn't walk without a limp, but I just had to suck it up. In doing that, I ended up gaining like 15 pounds because I couldn't walk and I couldn't work out. I couldn't walk. So I went out into the show completely overweight, and I was really lost where I wanted to take my character. I didn't know if I wanted to be myself or if I wanted to put on like an act. So I wanted to be in horse mode all the time. I wanted to scream and yell and be this ridiculous character that was completely separate from myself. And I eventually grew into kind of being myself, like having this horse part of me, but then also having my real feelings, my real life be a part of who I portray on camera. I honestly don't like it gets too confusing and too frustrating just acting or being like a certain way on camera. It's so much easier to just be real and be who I am and just know that I have a normal side and I have a side that has perspective, but also I have this crazy side where I want to do all this insane stuff, and I just portray myself as honestly as I can and try to be entertaining, try to be funny. But really, back then I didn't have a good grasp of what I wanted to do. So I look back at it as like, oh man, I really wish I could go back and do it now, because I think we would nail it. I think we would kill the same concept. We would kill now. It'd be so much better. But it is what it is, and it was a great learning experience. Like I said, I met lots of really good people in the industry, made really good contacts, made really good friends that I still talk to this day. And it was just overall one of the coolest things that I ever got to do. And I got to do it really, really early in my career. And then, as you know, if you've been watching this vlog, I similar situation, got casted for an MTV show in 2016 that we also did a pilot and then also got picked up and then got canceled before we got to shoot the full season. I still got paid for half the episodes for half a season when I didn't even shoot them because the situation was kind of so screwed up. But I'm really hoping, and I really actually, it's luck. There's a lot of luck that goes into these things, but I really don't, not that maybe I'll shoot another show with MTV, or maybe it'll be with something else, but I really have confidence going forward that this won't be the last TV show, and that won't be the only. I've done other TV shows, but that was like a TV series that I was main cast for. I don't think this will be the last. So excited about that going forward. Let me answer some questions. All right. What's up, Mama Wolf? They call me the Wolf. Gold Pop-Tart. I would love to see this show. Yeah, man, if you can, go on MTV's website, check it out. I did. Gary, man, you were being so aggressive last night, and tonight you just don't have to be that aggressive. It would be so nice. My cat's been going through a little bit of a hard time, but like last night on the live feed, he went really, really hard. I think hopefully he doesn't get too aggressive right now. He like yells at me. I was telling some people, some people were asking me internationally they couldn't watch it because they, at least from MTV's website, you needed to be in the U.S. I don't have like a really good solution for that now. I might try to send some emails out and see if there's workarounds. Maybe, you know, I really think this show should be up on Netflix, or maybe they'd let me put it up on my channel or do something to try to get it out there so more people can see it. But it's something I'll work on. There's just no guarantee I'll actually be able to do anything because I shot the show, got paid for it, but I don't own any of it. So Mama Wolf said, why wasn't this a thing? So hopefully I answered that. You asked that question earlier, and I answered that. It's really a bummer that it didn't. The initial plan was for it to hit MTV, and actually they were talking about airing. This is when we were shooting the show right when Jersey Shore hit and was like getting real big. And the plan was, like, there was actual talks where this could have easily happened, that there was actually going to be a teaser during the movie awards, or it was either music awards or the movie awards, while Jersey Shore was huge. And it would have came out that spring, and it would have been mixed in with Jersey Shore. And it would just off that alone, this show could have been, like, had so much ton of exposure and been a big hit, and it unfortunately didn't work out that way. Yeah, and I say Gold Pop Tart said the trailer looked really good. It needs a rerun. Do you want me to rerun it, or do you mean it needs a rerun on the air? All right, Viral Tactic says, how much did you get paid for the show, if anything at all? And do you have any gaming consoles? So I think I'll actually, I don't like to get into financials too much, but I think I can talk on this. Because it was really dirt cheap. And from what I understand, MTV they pay almost low. They pay almost smaller amounts than like even smaller networks do, until you really can ask for more. So somebody like Jersey Shore, they were getting paid, what was that, Dan, like $500,000 to do these seasons of Jersey Shore, maybe more. It's like $20,000 an episode or something crazy like that. But until you get to that kind of star status where there's like a real push for you to have to, for them to pay you that amount, they pay you the bare minimum. So this was a competition show, so I had an opportunity to win up to $7,500 per episode. So that changed it a little bit. So I actually got paid, it was either $500 or $600 an episode. Which, if you think about it, sometimes an episode would be like a day or two's work. So a day or two work for $500, $600, which could turn into about $8,000 for just a day and a half, 2 days of work, was a really, really good amount. And they also paid for, I lived down in LA for 3 months. They hooked me up with an all-inclusive apartment. They took care of all my travel. They took care of, they gave me a per diem for food, so they gave me like $50 a day for food. So it really, really ended up being, in total, more around like 40 to 50 grand is what I ended up, I think, in total getting paid for the whole season. Which man, if I could go out and do anything right now and make 50 grand in a couple months, I would do it in a heartbeat. But just so you know, that's like a really low end amount for a TV show. It was basically crap pay. $500, $600 an episode is just like the bare minimum. And I gotta be really honest right now, my cat just took a crap in its litter box, and it's like the litter box is right next to the ventilation system, and I'm just like, there's cat crap like in my mouth right now. It smells so bad. It's really gross. And I got seriously my throat. I'm not even kidding right now. Oh my god. So aggressive. Viral Tactics says, and do you have any gaming consoles? I got I've always been a Nintendo and a PlayStation guy. Sega Genesis, actually, originally. So I have, Gary, that is just foul, dude. Just so much disrespect in this basement right now. Whoa. Sega Genesis, N64, PlayStation, GameCube, PS2, Wii U, PS4. I have some Sega Genesis, some Game Gear, some Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo, I have some older consoles sitting around. PS4 is the latest. I have just the regular PS4. I have also the PSVR. I don't get to play that often. My kids play way more than I do. And this is the first like Nintendo console I haven't gotten launch since the GameCube. So don't play that much anymore. I don't have time. I'd rather do this stuff, or I'd rather be with my kids, or I'd rather sleep at points, but I do really love playing games. Any other reality shows you want to do, like Survivor, Amazing Race, or Big Brother, says Stone2K. So the big one that I've already done was America's Got Talent. I did American Ninja Warrior. And I've done some international Got Talents. I would really... Fruit says, don't yak on the live feed. Like, I'm still, like, trying not to throw up because I keep, like, talking and my nose is kind of stuffed up. It's all going, like, right in my mouth. And it tastes like I have cat crap and cat litter in my mouth. I would do any show like that, to be honest. I would love doing stuff like Fear Factor or Survivor, where there's like eating challenges and you know, I loved watching those MTV Real World Road Rules challenges when I was in junior high and high school, and I'd be totally down for anything like that. I think any experience you can have where you're pushing your limits and you're on TV and you're trying to win cash is really cool. So yeah, I don't know if I have one specifically. The ones that I really wanted to do, I've done so far as Got Talent and Ninja Warrior. I've kind of made it a goal for myself actually too. I did Ninja Warrior and it's been 5 years now since I've done it, and that was the second time I've done it. I really, really want to get back in shape from my injury, from my medical condition, and have that being one of the final steps of that goal is competing on Ninja Warrior again. So I don't, I should have, and I'm going to do a whole episode on this, or live feed or edit or whatever coming up, vlog on my runs at Ninja Warrior, because I did find out. Now I know for sure that I ran Ninja Warrior the second time I was on it with a leaking spine, and that's insanity in itself. And I think it's a crazy enough situation to revisit and re-talk about. But I'd really like to get back there. I know I could knock out a stage 1 victory and hit that buzzer, and I kind of got not robbed of that opportunity, but I think if I could go back without the injury, I would have. The second time, I definitely would have hit the buzzer, and I'd like a kind of a retake, kind of a one last chance or one last shot at that. So Ninja Warrior again on the radar within the next couple years. That's definitely a goal of mine. And then I don't know if you see any other shows you think I should be a part of. Leave in the comments, and maybe I'll go to their casting pages and see. I'll just send in my my one sheeter, my resume, and then see if they bite on it. Oh, so that answers most of the questions. I'm gonna keep it pretty easy tonight for this live feed. Let me talk about my medical condition real quick. My CSF leak, leaking spine, got patched up. I'm in recovery right now. Supposed to be a 6-month recovery, so I'm supposed to be good to go, or hopefully good to go for Christmas. Nut shots for Christmas. But I'm headed back down to Duke University where I got my original patch, and I'm getting possibly another patch based off of how my symptoms have been lately. So I'm kind of just in standstill right now, just waiting to kind of see what happens down there and see if this recovery is going to get extended or I'm still on the right path. Some symptoms the last couple days, particularly today. I woke up, had a really sore throat, kind of feel sick. So it doesn't necessarily feel like I'm sick because of my spine or my CSF leak. I just feel like I'm getting sick. But if you can imagine that when doing just slight activity makes my symptoms, makes it hard on me, makes me exhausted on a normal day, if you add kind of like a flu or just like a general bug on top of that, today was kind of tough to get through. So right off the bat, I think in this live vlog you could probably see it because I screwed up right away, which not that I'm the best talker in the world, but it's definitely draining. I feel drained right now. So I saw that all those episodes were available last night. I was like, oh, I got to tell everybody about this because I'm sure there was, plenty of people, if the opportunity was there to watch all those episodes, they would go for it, and here they can have hours of entertainment where I can't give this long vlog or this nice edit. I can't put anything like that out or do a crazy stunt, but you guys can go kind of back in time and check some stuff out that you have never seen before. One more question. How did you get started on YouTube? Oh, I'm trying to think. As soon as YouTube started becoming popular, before it was even owned or bought by Google, I uploaded a few videos, I think. Some of my stunts. I was doing stunts way before YouTube. And I remember being in high school. I think I was in 9th grade. And putting up, I was in the computer lab, I think even. And is that right? Because I remember watching YouTube videos of myself in this computer lab in 9th grade. Anyways, I put up videos and got a couple views, but my YouTube really didn't take off until I started, my kind of whole internet career started taking off from break.com. So that's a site much like YouTube, except more so like fails and kind of crazy viral clips. And they had this homepage, and if you uploaded a video, you could actually make money. So the first time you uploaded a video, you made like $200. Second time, $300. Third time and on, you'd make $400. And this was non-exclusive, so you didn't have to sell them the video. That you would just give them the right to use the video, and if they wanted to sell it, they could, but you still own the clip. So my very first video that ever went viral was my handstand treadmill video. I think if you go on there, it has a crazy amount of views, like definitely over 1 million. I think it's like 10 million, honestly. But it's like over 1 million views off of break.com. And when that started to blow up, was at the same time MySpace was hitting, and my MySpace profile started blowing up. I had a couple videos. I was on the top 10 most viewed videos on MySpace before MySpace left. And then that kind of transitioned to YouTube. So I had some YouTube videos up that I would post some of my flips and some of my nut shots. But most of those videos, I think I eventually deleted and replaced them with like higher quality versions of what I uploaded originally. So I don't even know the first couple videos I ever uploaded. I don't even know if they're even still on. They're probably not. I think I replaced them with like upgraded HD versions or just better edits or quality versions in general. So YouTube, my YouTube didn't start hitting until many years later, and you know, most of my subscribers actually came in a few nights, being shared by some by some other YouTube creators. Ray William Johnson did a bit on me one time, and I got over 30,000 subscribers in one night. So it's kind of just like putting your videos out there on YouTube and hoping to get lucky. I unfortunately took like a couple years off, personal reasons and my injury, and I haven't been consistent with YouTube. For last year, I uploaded 70 days straight, I think. And then besides that, I was uploading like a video. Sometimes it would be like 6 months, which is like the worst thing if you're trying to grow an audience, to be inconsistent like that. But lately, YouTube changed their algorithms and how subscribers get updates on videos and stuff. So it's honestly like starting fresh. But the cool thing is that everybody watching the videos now really want to be watching the videos. So I don't think everybody is getting videos that I would like them to at least see the videos. Like I think only a really small percentage of my subscribers actually see that I'm uploading anymore because I've been gone so long. But the people that are here are the people that want to be here, which is really cool to me. So I'd much rather have a couple hundred views and 20 comments from people that actually enjoy themselves or benefit or get something out of what I'm putting out there, or likes watching my recovery because, you know, they want to see where I'm going and kind of be a part of the behind the scenes, you know, until I'm back and I get another TV show and all these different things potentially could happen in the future. I'd rather have those people. I'd rather have you guys, like you guys that are watching right now, than like getting like tons of views and having like a bunch of haters, or, you know, people that really aren't engaged and really don't care about anything. They just want to see me do a crazy stunt and hopefully get hurt. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'd be super stoked if I got millions of views. The more views I get, the more ad revenue I get, and if I can make money, which I have before off YouTube, but if I can make money consistently, the more equipment I can get, the more places I can travel, the more stunts I can do, the more I can make it like a bigger part of my life, because to me, my family is most important, and then my career. So if I can make more money doing YouTube, then I'll make more YouTube videos, because then it makes sense financially. But if I have to sacrifice time for my kids and my wife, and not that it's all about the money, so that's why I still do it. It's not just about the money. Actually, right now I don't make any money really off of YouTube, so it's like it's nothing to do with the money. But if I could make more money, then I could set more time away from other things, and I would make it kind of more a priority, if that makes sense. I don't know. I would never say it's not about the money. Also, I'm also not a sellout, and I'm not doing it for the money or the views or anything. I'm doing it to entertain. I'm doing it to spread a positive message. I'm doing it to make people feel better. I'm doing it because I love it. I'm passionate about doing stuff, and I'm passionate about sharing the things that I love with other people. So that's why I'm here. So is there any way to find out how long you've been subscribed to someone? I am not exactly sure. I think you could tell. I think if you I'll have to look. I think I might be able to see the order of. I know I can see when I look at my subscriber list. I can see how many subscribers they have if they list it. I'll have to double check to see if I can see when people subscribe to the channel. But I recommend, even if you're subscribed to the channel, I would resubscribe. I would unsubscribe and resubscribe. Hit the notification button. That way you know that you're getting like their actual updates when I'm uploading. Because I have people that message me every day saying that they don't get my updates. And sometimes they'll get my video uploads, but they won't get my live updates. And so the YouTube has changed in a way where you actually have to go in and manually do that stuff now, even if you've done some of it a long time ago, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm doing this vlog, this documentary of my life right now, my recovery, Monday through Friday. If you want to tune in and see the behind the scenes, then hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back when I'm doing edits. I usually upload at 9 a.m. When I'm going live, I usually go live around 9:10 p.m. and that's both Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, so that means I will be back. Today's Wednesday. I'll be back for Thursday and Friday live. Because I'm not doing any edits this week. But thank you for tuning in. You guys stay nasty, and I will see you tomorrow.
The whole